Well, hey people who have cable, I'm Sarah Kennedy.
And I'm James Morrow. Welcome to another edition of Spotlight On.
Today's guests include Slim Randles and Luis Hernandez, and a lot more other fun stuff, so hang around with us for a while, huh? Hey, welcome to Spotlight On. I'm Sarah Kennedy, like you heard in the last little bit. This is James Morrow, and we are so excited to welcome our first guest tonight, Mr. Slim Randles.
Hey, Slim.
There. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you here.
It's great to have you.
Thanks.
So, Slim, you are, I have a whole list here, an author, a columnist, a screenwriter, a reporter, a little bit of a poet, a biographer, an outdoorsman, and all kinds of stuff.
And an old cowboy on top of that.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah, it all goes into it.
And a quilter. I've started making quilts for my grandkids.
That's awesome.
Great.
You've also been an educator too.
Yes, I have. I hope I educated somebody. I was the magazine writing teacher at UNM for 8 years.
Nice.
Oh, great.
So
I learned more than anybody else did in that class.
So out of all those jobs that you've had, which one is the one that you like the most?
Being a hunting guide in Alaska. Get to spend my days up there in that beautiful country and with the challenge of finding these huge, dangerous animals before they find me.
Yeah.
And being with really nice people. It's, really the definition of success is getting somebody to pay you to do what you want to do anyway. And that was one of those kind of jobs.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was.
It's fun.
What does it take to be a good hunting guide?
You have to know what you're doing over a long period of time, and then you have to be able to control yourself if things get sticky, because we had some sticky times too. Very, very few and very seldom, but when it happened, you have to be steady. And then you can sit down and shake later. I find when I see a big grizzly bear,
A lot of teeth.
that works on the retinas in my eyes, which pulls a string in my knees and makes them collapse.
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah,
I've never been that close to one. No.
But I loved that job. I did that in the fall, and then I was an outfitter and a guide here in New Mexico for 12 years. So we had a lot of fun here too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So which out of all the jobs that you've had did you like the least?
Oh golly. Washing dishes, sweeping floors, the stuff you pay your dues with while you're going through school. And shoeing mules is hard because your back hurts all the time. And I had to shoe pack mules up in the mountains when I was a kid. And but that's just a part of the fun. They also paid me to ride a horse around the beautiful High Sierra.
There you go. It has its give and take.
That's right.
Now back to the writing. You're an author, great at it too. Where do your ideas come from? How do you come about?
They come from all over the place. For example, in Sundog Days, which is a novel I wrote about a last wild horse hunt with two friends. That's about 90% true, and it was about a buddy of mine and I, and he's no longer with us, and I had to write that for him.
Oh, good.
That was kind of a special time in both our lives, and other ideas I get from the newspapers, listening to the radio, talking to people. Everybody, I learned a long time ago, because most of my newspaper work has been interviewing interesting people. Everybody has a fascinating story. It's just up to you sometimes to dig it out.
All right, that works.
And yeah.
Great. Well, so getting all that together, with all your ideas, which ones do you prefer to? Which one has the better weight to make a novel or an article or something like that? Which ones do you? How would you go about that? Is what I want to know.
It depends on how long the story idea is.
Okay.
some of them have to be novels because they're too long to be a short story. If it's about an incident, it's a short story.
Okay. Of course. And something, you know, a little bit life more meaning novel.
That's
ready to go.
right.
A lot of time putting into one of those.
A lot of time.
About how long? Just curious.
The longest I ever spent on a book was the biography of Max Evans, and that was 3.5 years.
Wow. That's dedication.
And yeah, and then I wrote my first book in 6 weeks. That was a nonfiction book on a couple of dog sled expeditions.
That's the flow
I
of
made.
things. That's the creative process from there. That's
Yeah.
great.
But I'd already written everything for the paper. You see, then it was just a question of making a book out of it.
Right. Okay.
So I'm already,
So you were recently at the Fiery Foods Festival.
yeah,
You did a book signing there?
fun. Oh yeah, we signed books.
Oh, nice.
That's the fun part.
Big
Writing
question.
them is the hard part. Signing them is fun. You get to meet a lot of nice
Oh,
people.
nice. Red or green? May I
Red or
ask?
green. My granddaughter was there with her new boots.
Oh, that's.
Oh, yeah.
she's a cutie.
Oh my God.
Looks just like me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, but in a good way. In a good way. Trust me. In a good way. Sid. In a good way. I don't mean all respect. Sid.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So which one do you prefer? I mean, if you were at the Fiery Foods Festival, you probably got to try a lot of stuff, yes?
Well, of course, yeah. I'm a red guy.
You
Yeah,
like the-
I
like
like
the red,
red.
so-
Yeah. I'm not prejudiced. I'll take green if that's what there is.
James, which one do you like, red or green?
I like them both all at the same time. Yeah. Christmas. is the best way to
Christmas
go.
is good.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Sweetness.
If I could put them all together, just into one big. I'm not a big hot person.
I have to be careful that it isn't too hot. My wife can take really hot stuff, and I can't. So I got to go mild.
You gotta go mild.
I got to go mild. I know.
Guys,
I'm
we
such a big, tough guy. You'd think I'd be able to handle it.
We can continue this conversation during the break.
All right, yes, right. Once we get back, we'll be right back with Slim Randles. Stay tuned with us. We've got a lot more stories to go. Please.